Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chopping It Up here on the Big Fight Field. Today's host is going to be none other than yours truly. My name is Escobar Morales. I am joined by my Carolina brother in crime, my man I met over the illustrious North Carolina Central University, Mr. Cameron Johnson. Cam, either we work together too much or we just see each other too much. Well, not see each other physically, but you know what I mean. How's it going?
It's going good, man. I just want to say, even though I'm not a student there anymore, fuck Central. You know why? Because Central knocked down Baines Hall, bro. All the memories,
I know.
all the pay-per-views we watched in that, all the pay-per-views we watched in that dorm hall, they done tore it down, bro. And tore down some memories, man. So fuck that school.
Yes, I will say this: the good old Baines dormitory where we watched, what was it, NXT Takeover Portland. We watched the Royal Rumble. I watched so many Dynamites over there, and that's gone. So, thank you, Central. It's fine for that. But you know what? We're going to go over to a man that doesn't pump his gas; he pumps his own fist. Mr. Joseph Conlon, the founder, the creator, the CEO, the Pepsi of the Big Fight Feel. How are you doing today, Joseph?
I'm doing good, man. I used to pump my own gas for 2 years in Orlando, Florida, and I wish they did it in New Jersey because I would rather pump my own gas than have a stranger pump gas for me and potentially mess up my car. But I'm doing great, and as you know, as a sports and wrestling fan, I've really discovered this week while watching these NBA playoffs, wrestling never gives you a heartbreak the way sports do.
I,
So
I,
wrestling is way better than sports
yo,
because sports at the end of the day, it's going to break your heart more times than not. But anyway, I'm doing good. I got a lot to say about the WWE draft.
Oh, I
Joseph,
know.
Joseph, I am so sorry. I am so sorry about your 76ers. I am so sorry about your 76ers. I had a heart attack the exact same way. I'm gonna tell you why, man. Because I'm a Pacers fan. For some reason, we play playoff team. We come to play, but we play teams without their stars. We get blown out and we lose. So I'm about Portis, Chris Middleton, Dame, and Giannis didn't play. I was terrible. I was convinced. I was like, we gonna lose this game. I was like, because we can't play. But we up 3-1 now, and we better close this game out. We better stop bullshit, and we better close this out. But I'm so sorry for you, man. I am so sorry. I am so sorry for the 76ers. I am so sorry.
By the time our audience sees episode 2, I think the Pacers will have won this series already. That's my guess.
Just like the World Wrestling Federation and the World Wrestling Entertainment, anything can happen in the National Basketball Association. So, but I'll tell you what's been going crazy. Once again, chopping it up, we discuss anything WWE. No, we are not e-drones. Joseph was like, he messaged Cameron and I on Twitter X. He was like, look, I trust you guys. I want to make this show. You guys are the ones. And I was like, say less. So we are going to talk about some major things that has come up. We have comments from AEW CEO Tony Khan. We also have a message from AEW's Kenny Omega. Was the draft a success? Drew McIntyre has re-signed with the WWE. We have Backlash predictions, and I got some cool Backlash trivia for us. So let's get started. This source right here comes from Ringside News, and I do want to say this in the beginning. If we are talking about AEW and WWE on Chopping It Up, it is because AEW has made a comment towards WWE. I don't want you guys thinking, well, this is WWE, why is AEW mentioned? Only if WWE is a subject about it. And
Which by
honestly, this was a major subject.
which by the way, there is nearly something every week where someone from AEW says something about WWE. It's every week.
I really,
Exactly.
I really would shut up over that. I really like. There's nobody over there know how to shut up. Like is Brian Daniels God. I swear, bro. Like the more you watch AEW, the more you realize Brian Danielson and Kenny Omega might be the only people worthy of that EVP title because they shut the fuck up. Like, don't know, like Brian Danielson and Kenny Omega don't have a bad thing. Like Brian Danielson will go on Twitter, he'll have this, or Brian Danielson will go on Twitter, he'll have this man to promote AEW, and then he put the phone down, and then he'll put the phone down. Kenny Omega will go on Twitch, and Kenny Omega will go on Twitch, and Kenny Omega will tell people, hey, bro, look here, bro. That tribalism bullshit, y'all got to get the fuck out of here, bro. The WrestleMania was killer. They killed that shit, bro. We doing our thing and they doing their thing. Shut the fuck up. And then Kenny Omega puts the phone down. Don't nobody else in AEW know how to shut the fuck up. I love them. Don't nobody else know how to just shut the fuck up.
For real.
Man, no, I think this is the true definition of not shutting up. I do want to say this for those a trigger warning is talked about. When it comes to me, I will let you guys know there will be a talks of stuff that involves sexual conduct and misconduction. So Tony Khan said during the NFL draft, and he was being interviewed, he says, AEW, this is the company I work for. We've been doing this for 5 years. We are the most successful sports startup since the AFL, pre-merger. There has not been a challenger brand that has gained as much market share as AEW in many years. We are like the Pepsi of pro wrestling. We're up against an evil juggernaut. WWE is our competitor. That's who we're facing. AEW, like the Pepsi of pro wrestling, WWE is like the Harvey Weinstein of pro wrestling. I'm really proud of what we do down here. Now, for those of you that are not sure, Harvey Weinstein was once one of the founders of Miramax and has a bad track record of, for YouTube purposes, of great situations that involve with his victims. Now, before I explain my view, because I have not like a lot to discuss, I have a very psychological point to prove in it. I want to take it over to Joseph. We'll see what his comments he says, because you know what? You do make a point. Someone's always saying something about WWE, and today it was the big boss himself. So, Joseph, I want to get what's your insights on what was said about this comment from Tony Khan.
See, here's my thing. I think you're gonna be a little bit disappointed by this because I don't have much to say, and the reason
that's fine.
And the reason I don't have much to say is because I never actually watched a video of these comments that Tony Khan made. So what I'm going to say about this is basically what I said. How many times has the boss said? And I love Tony, and this is a WWE podcast, I know, but give me a little bit. I love Tony. I think Tony's awesome. But how many times does he have to make WWE references? I mean, come on, bro. Just. Why? Why? You know what would have been awesome? Here's really what I have to say. If he just felt, laid back, if he felt relaxed, because let's be honest, WWE is a good alternative now with Triple H in charge. With Vince McMahon in charge, WWE was terrible. It would have said, "We are the Pepsi to WWE's Coca-Cola." That's all he had to say. That's literally all he had to say. But of course, he had to stir up the pot. So that's literally all I have to say because I never actually watched a video of Tony Khan's Harvey Weinstein comments.
I got you. You good. But I agree. You should have just. Like I say, it'll boil down to what I say towards the end and stuff. Cameron, what? Oh, Cameron. You have referred yourself to me as the AEW Glazer.
That's the Rated M podcast, by the way.
Okay, I'm just saying, how do we glaze this? What are your takes on this with Tony Khan's comment?
But by the way, for the people in the AEW Glazer, that's my gimmick on the Rated M podcast. Okay, I'm not. We all have gimmicks, and that's mine. Okay. But this.
You're a part of the AEW drones.
Oh God.
I saw it.
Are you real one?
No, I promise.
I'm kidding.
I saw it and I was just like, why? I was like, why would he say something? Why mention WWE at all? Okay, and before people get mad at me in the first, I don't have an issue with AEW and WWE taking shots at each other. If it's a thing where they do it every now and then, I don't have an issue with them taking shots at each other. I don't. I have an issue with this shit right here though, because it's just like, come on, man. It's like, was this really the time for it right now? Come on now. You trying to talk the NFL draft and who your people drafted. By the way, shout out to Corey Bullock, my homeboy. He gonna kill it as an offensive lineman on the Baltimore Ravens. He gonna kill it. He gonna absolutely kill it over there. But it's like, but it's like he's talking about the draft and what's happening. And it's like, as like AEW was mentioned, and like instead of talking about like AEW, and like instead of talking about like, people should watch AEW. We had a tremendous pay per view. Yeah, we had a tremendous pay per view. We had Will Ospreay and Bryan Danielson, which was a tremendous match. We're on the road to Double or Nothing, which is also going to be we're on the road to Double or Nothing, which is also going to be a tremendous show. Right, which is also going to be a tremendous show. We have Swerve as our world champion, this and third. Give AEW a watch. People need, give AEW a watch. Give it a watch. It's on TNT, it's on TBS. Give us a watch. I think you'll like it. He has to mention, we're up against WWE. They're our competitor. Like why? Like, yeah, you two might be competing, but like, bruh, yeah, you two might be competing, but bruh, I don't want to hear you two are competitors right now. I don't want to hear that shit. I want AEW to do their own thing, and I want WWE to do their own thing. I don't want them to mention each other. I don't want them to give a fuck about what the other are doing. Just, I saw it. I was like, what the fuck? Oh my god! Like, somebody please start Tony Khan. Bryan Danielson, bro. Go to Tony Khan and just tell him, shut up. Either that or either that or that shit. How Kenny Omega tell Tony Khan to just shut the fuck up? But like, what the fuck, man? Golly.
Don't worry, we'll dive into Kenny Omega in a little bit.
It's just like a perfect example. And shout out to my brother if he's watching this. But this is what I'm going to use an example. When my brother was younger, my brother would constantly, eat snacks because he's hungry all the time. So he'd go in the cabinet and he'd grab a bag of Cheez-Its and he'd go upstairs and eat Cheez-Its. And then he'd come down and he'd grab a Pop-Tart and he would go up and grab a Pop-Tart. It's like, bro, you got to stop at some point. Like, I understand you're hungry, but you can't be eating food all the time like you are. Tony Khan, I understand you're going to take your shots at WWE, but you can't be doing it all the time like you are. So that's kind of the example that I have from this situation.
Agreed there. And then later on, this was in an interview with TMZ Sports. Dean, I can't pronounce the last name, so I'm just going to say Dean Mojo. That's one of his nicknames. And they were actually addressing his comments as to why he said it, to which Tony Khan responded to this. I think it's important to say that I think AEW is the best wrestling company in the world in many ways. I think we have the best wrestlers, the best matches. We've been putting on the best shows. So here's my thing in regards to that.
Oh, yeah, I have to say. That's all Tony. I'm sorry, Stretch Row, let's go.
You good, bro.
I have to say. That's all Tony Khan had to say. That's all he had to say when he got on. That's all he had to say. We are AEW. We're the best company in the world, blah, blah, blah. That's all he had to say right there. All he had to say.
I know. So this is my issue right here. And to compare WWE to a grapist, in my opinion, it's very kind of interesting to say that, considering how your world champion is a former WWE superstar. Same reason also why your inaugural AEW world champion was a former WWE superstar. And a lot of your wrestlers come from WWE. So to call them evil and juggernauts, it's like, dude, I get it. Everybody wants to do the shoot style, haha, we're going to take jabs at one another. But here's the thing when it comes to shooting, okay? Where everybody gets the misconception at is that they think shooting is like Vince Russo style, where you could pretty much like, ooh, I'm going to say like, we're the best one, and I know your marriage ain't doing well, that kid's not yours, and stuff like that. No. If you're going to shoot, do it to the point of something important. Like, prime example. If Tony wanted to take a shot, he could have been like, we're part of All Elite Wrestling. We are an alternative company to the WWE. We are just as good as their developmental system. Within the first few years, we had millions of views, and we have gained so much success across the world that we have done shows in the UK and Canada and everything else. Check us out. Now, I'm all for competition. I'm all for trying to be the best. But you know what? There are just certain things that you just don't need to say. And I believe comparing that to a situation that Harvey Weinstein is in, that's not no bueno, dude. I mean, I get it. You want to get that hot shot, be like, haha, I'm good. But pretty much it's like, how can I put this? It's like, who's the fool? the one who's following it or the one who's starting all the stuff. I
Right.
mean, you shouldn't have to have done that. I mean, once again, I understand why Tony said what he said, but in the same respect, I think it was very immature, and I don't think. And another thing too, why would you talk something about a company when you know Pat McAfee's there? Like, I mean, like, can you imagine, like, if Tony was to say that and Pat McAfee would have heard that, he would have been like, "What? What?" And then freaking would have just like done so much stupid shit. That would have been funny as hell.
Oh my God, Pat McAfee would take a shot immediately back at Tony Khan, though.
Oh yeah, that'll be funny as hell. It's just funny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Next, now coming into some positive aspects, Cameron was talking about how Kenny Omega was like talking about how good WrestleMania was. Kenny Omega, the best bout machine, the cleaner, has acknowledged our tribal chief, not Solo Sikoa, but Roman Reigns. Someone was talking bad about Roman Reigns on a Twitch stream with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega actually said, "I'm not going to accept Roman Reigns slander in this chat. I think he's incredible. I don't think he's boring either. I would actually say that I'm pretty jealous because Roman Reigns is presented in the exact same way that I would love to be presented. He's presented as the man who is the champion to have big matches at the pay-per-views, whether you're really cheering for him or you're cheering for someone else. That's professional wrestling. He's getting to do what I did in New Japan, so I can't be a hater on that. I'm a fan." Cameron, since you were the one that talked about Kenny earlier, I would like to hear your input first. What's your thoughts on Kenny Omega acknowledging your tribal chief?
Why can't all? Well, first off, Roman ain't my tribal chief. Solo Skull is my tribal chief. Get it straight.
Stop.
I know. Why can't all wrestling fans or all wrestling fans be like this? Why can't all wrestling fans like what Kenny Omega is doing here? Like Kenny Omega is like my favorite member of the elite, like my favorite member of the AW roster. Because Kenny Omega does take some shots. Because Kenny Omega does take some shots at WWE. Everybody does. No, Cody Rhodes does. No, Cody Rhodes does. No, Kenny Omega does take some. Kenny Omega does take some at WWE. But like the thing I think about Omega is Kenny Omega. When you got the dog. When Kenny Omega is.
I know the dog's loving this.
I
Dog
know.
is Shannon. This is awesome.
Omega.
Dog's loving this.
But like when Kenny Omega, when Kenny Omega has, he can acknowledge the fact that, WWE was kicking on that. I like that right there. You know what? They doing their thing. We doing our thing. Why can't all wrestling fans be like this? Why is it always got to be a thing of where? Why is it always got to be a thing of, oh, Roman Reigns ain't the real champion. Kenny Omega, my champion. Shut up! Shut up! God, bro. Why can't all wrestling fans be like Kenny Omega, bro? Why can't all wrestling fans be like Kenneth Omega? Tyson Smith. I'm gonna call him by his government name. Why can't all wrestling fans be like Tyson Smith?
It's the Canadian in him. I swear.
I am sorry to cut you off, Cam, but I'm scrolling through tweets and I look up the topic Kenny Omega, and I did this yesterday, and I see a tweet. I'm not going to expose the name. He said some AEW fans are turning on Kenny Omega because he praised Roman Reigns. This guy says, jealous of Boreman Reigns' presentation. Then why the fuck he re-signed with AEW again while he had the chance to go there? The last thing we AEW fans need, seeing someone like you, who's dearest to our hearts, praising someone in opposition. What?
I hate that. See this right here? Don't be like that, dude. Do
what?
Not be like that, dude.
I just found that crazy, dude.
Before I get to you, Joseph, like, why? I like how they say we as fans. Who is we? Like,
exactly.
Side note, I mean, like, but for crying out loud, I mean, I want you to think of something like this. I mean, Kenny Omega, it's okay for him to be jealous because you know why? Kenny Omega used to be in WWE. He got released from the developmental system, but you know what? That didn't stop him. He made a dream out of working in DDT with a rivalry with Kota Ibushi. I mean, he did Best of the Super Juniors. He joined the Bullet Club in 2013 going into 2014. I mean, for crying out loud, he was the inaugural IWGP United States Champion. And you know what?
Also, some people not going. I'm sorry to cut you off. Let's go.
You good, bro?
Some people not going like this. I would love to see Kenny Omega in WWE.
Me too.
To see what he can do over there. I would love to see what
if they have his interest in WWE 2K24, he can be in the goddamn fucking actual business. I don't care.
I would love to see what Kenny Omega could do in WWE. And that's one thing I would like to see from him before his career is over. I would like for him to actually go over there and see even if he is older, I would like for him to. I don't think he's leaving AEW, but I would love to see what
he's a wonderful athlete. I can honestly say, like, I'm being dead ass when I say this, there will never be another wrestler like Kenny Omega.
Nope.
There really wouldn't. And Kenny is literally in my top 5 of all time of all professional wrestling. But one thing I can say that's great about Kenny is that he is very humble, extremely humble. So once again,
I don't think it's ever gonna happen. I think he's an AEW lifer for life, in my opinion. But imagine him mixing it up in the ring with like Seth Rollins. Oh boy, that'd be awesome.
Oh, I want to see Kenny Omega versus Carmelo Hayes, Kenny Omega versus Kevin Owens. I mean, that'll be money right there. Hell, give me Kenny Omega versus Braun Breaker. Speed versus strength. Oh my god! Can you imagine like Braun Breaker trying to go for the spear, but Kenny Omega dodges that shit with the V trigger and everything like that? I mean, dude.
Oh, the pop.
Fans would go nuts for that shit. It's crazy. Now, something that is crazy, and this is my personal opinion, was an absolute waste of time of the WWE draft.
Here we go.
I know. I'm gonna read here the picks. This is off of WWE.com. And I am reading everybody the night 1 and night 2 drafts. So night 1, first round pick, SmackDown chose Bianca Belair. Raw got Jey Uso. Then we got Carmelo Hayes. And then Seth freaking Rollins for Raw. Later on, SmackDown would later end up getting the next wrestlers on night 1. We would get Randy Orton, Nia Jax, LA Knight, The Bloodline, AJ Styles, Andrade, DOC, Baron Corbin, Cedric Alexander, and Ashante Adonis. And then, say again?
Cedric and Ashante going to be jobbing on Friday nights.
They really are until freaking they get the Braun Breaker release contract.
Yeah.
I mean, Braun Breaker be releasing people. That's why he breaks them, you know. And then for Monday Night Raw, after the first round, we would get Braun Breaker, Liv Morgan, Ricochet, Sheamus, Kiana James, the Alpha Academy.
I love the Kiana James pickup for Raw. For people that don't watch NXT, Kiana James is fantastic. Kiana James is great. She has that character, that gimmick down pat. And I look at Kiana James, her future on the main roster. I don't ever see her being a women's champion or anything like that. But I see her in the same role that Carmella's in. In the same role that Carmella's in on the main roster. I see Kiana James fitting right into that role. Kiana James is a lot, and Carmella's not bad. I love Carmella, but Kiana James is a much better wrestler than Carmella too. So Kiana James is, I'm telling y'all, she like that. People that don't watch NXT, Kiana James is like that.
And the segment for when she got picked up for Raw, I loved how genuine that was. Like, I think that's really good, especially with Blair Davenport, but we'll get into that. And then night 2, Monday Night Raw, would gather the team of Imperium, Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser, all of Damage Control, CM Punk, Braun Strowman, LWO with Carlito, which I still don't get why, Drew McIntyre, The Judgment Day, Ilya Dragunov, The New Day, Lyra Valkyria, The Final Testament, Big Bronson Reed, Natalia, Kaden Carter, and Katana Chance. I'm surprised this dude's still employed, by the way. Odyssey Jones.
I'm sure he's still employed too.
Dijak, the Creed Brothers, and the New Catch Republic. SmackDown would end up gaining Jay Cargill, Kevin Owens, The Pride, Tiffany Stratton, Legado del Fantasma, Shinsuke Nakamura, Naomi, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, Pretty Deadly, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, DIY, Blair Davenport, Apollo Crews, Giovanni Vinci, and Tegan Knox.
Apollo's still employed too.
I know. I thought he was in NXT.
This note, really quick, no disrespect to Giovanni Vinci, but how long is he going to last on the main roster as a single star? I'm genuinely asking.
I hope he has some success as a single star before they. And I love Imperium, but part of me is pissed off that they kind of just reunited Imperium so quickly because I thought he was killing it as a solo in NXT. The character he had in NXT, the slow motion. I thought he was killing it as a character on his own solo in NXT, and then they just brought him up and paired him right back up in Imperium. I hated that shit, but I thought he was killing it. So hopefully they let him do something like that, but it probably won't be long. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think he's gonna go far. I hope I'm wrong. But.
So this is one thing I gotta say about the draft. One thing that there were a few interesting picks of like, okay, DIY going to SmackDown and Piper Niven, Chelsea Green going to SmackDown, or Ilya Dragunov coming to Raw. But my issue is like Michael Cole said it when Tiffany Stratton got drafted was sometimes you just got to protect what's on your roster.
Then why have it?
Exactly.
Those people there.
Then why have the draft?
God, bro.
So I'm going to take it over to Joseph real quick to see what you think.
Oh, man. I was so mad when I was watching this. I'm like, this is very boring television. And they didn't present it. I mean, I knew they weren't going to, Cam, but they didn't present it the way that we talked about last week with like NFL draft style. And it was just rapid picks after every 15 seconds. There's some positives that I have coming out of this, but one of the biggest negatives from this entire draft was when they would go to the back and they would show what they called the war rooms. That looks so silly to me. That looks like oh my god!
Even with Teddy Long doing his dance when he was like doing
so hard. Like why do I gotta watch Bully Ray negotiate with Nick Aldis and Teddy Long about, hey, fellas, we should be picking we should be picking Nia Jax right here. She's available. Let's go get Nia Jax.
Bro.
Dude.
Let's go. Y'all remember the War Room from the 2019 draft?
Yes.
Draft, they had the War Room. And like, man, the people in there going that shit crazy over draft. People like
Or Truth.
But like,
yeah, I remember that.
People dropped the R-Truth and the Kutos Alley shit. I was like,
bro, they were going crazy after they had drafted the 24/7 champion, R-Truth.
I was like,
it's R-Truth.
Yes.
Ron motherfucking Killings. But here's some of the picks that I don't get, okay? Like, and once again, this is not a disrespect to any of the wrestlers. This is just, once again, my opinion. Not saying my opinion is gospel. I'm just a wrestling fan sharing my insight. Why was Jey Uso a first-round pick and not CM Punk?
Why was he the first overall guy drafted? That's what I want. Like Raw. I think he's like the second.
He was the first one for Monday Night Raw.
It's the first guy Raw drafted. I was like,
before Seth Rollins.
That's wild. That's wild.
Seth Rollins even eligible to be drafted? I don't understand. Why was Seth Rollins even eligible to be drafted when there's a pretty good chance we're not going to see Seth Rollins for the rest of the year? That man had surgery. That man had surgery on like a torn MCL, torn meniscus, something like that. That dude at WrestleMania was being held together by scotch tape and was being held together by duct tape and super glue. Okay, he's gonna be out for a while. He's gonna be out for probably the majority of this year. Why was he drafted? And we're not gonna see him on television for the majority of this year. Why was CM Punk eligible to be drafted? I know CM Punk's on TV every week and CM Punk's on his way back. But like, why was he eligible to be drafted and he's hurt? But Rhea Ripley wasn't eligible to be drafted and she's
exactly because they didn't even put Rhea Ripley in the draft with Judgment Day. Another thing too, how is Nia Jax a round 2 before my round 2 LA Knight on Rated M? Like Nia Jax is a higher, according to WWE, and looking at this, Nia Jax is a higher draft pick than LA Knight, the Bloodline, AJ Styles, the OC, Baron Corbin, and Cedric Alexander and
Well,
Ashante
hold on,
Azar.
time out. I'm sitting I'm sitting in the living room with my dad. We're watching the draft, and I'm like, man, AJ Styles is going to be challenging for the WWE Championship next week. Why is no one picking him? Thinking the fact that, hey, we might have the WWE Champion on our roster. Now, realistically, spoiler alert, he's probably not going to win this weekend, but still.
I said, I would like,
Kayfabe, keep
why
it
was-
alive.
I said, I would like to know why was Drew McIntyre, why was the LWO? No disrespect to Rey Mysterio and those guys, but why
Hey,
was
he's a Hall of Famer, damn it.
LWO? Why was the LWO, where everybody in the LWO outside of Rey Mysterio, if we keep it in the buck, has been treated like a jobber? Why was the LWO drafted above Drew McIntyre? That's what I want to know. Okay, what the heck?
Now, I will say something positive, and you're gonna have to walk with me on this one step by step, okay?
But you're
I
not
think
Elias.
it's not. I forgot about that one. You gotta walk with me, damn it.
Okay, fine. What we got? What we got?
I think both mid-card divisions have huge potential leading up to WrestleMania. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw's mid-card, the Intercontinental Championship, okay? The
Getting that
dog's
pop,
getting
okay.
Dog's
He's digging
getting
it.
excited over here. Sami Zayn drops the title to Chad Gable. And then Chad Gable drops the title to Sheamus. And at WrestleMania, Sheamus is defending the Intercontinental Championship against Ilya Dragunov.
I want Braun personally, but I get what
I want Braun Breaker and Ilya to go at it at WrestleMania if I'm honest with you, but I'm not against that. I'm not
That's
against
what I
it.
have. I have Ilya Dragunov versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental Championship. And then for the U.S. Championship, we got Logan Paul as the champion right now. Hopefully, he drops the championship to LA Knight at some point this year. LA Knight then drops the U.S. Championship to Carmelo Hayes. And then Trick Williams needs time as the NXT champion. At some point this year, Trick Williams is going to lose that championship. I think it's going to be to Obafemi. Trick Williams gets called up at the Royal Rumble, and we do Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. I think both mid-card divisions have potential ran by Triple H on both Raw and SmackDown. That's what
But you know what? You forgot Giovanni Vinci. Where is he supposed to go?
Giovanni Vinci's going to be a fucking released when he gets squashed by the MFT on SmackDown. That's what's gonna happen.
The one thing I'm happy about this draft, I was happy when this happened. I rose up and I gave them the same ovation. The fact that we will no longer have to see Candice LeRae versus Maxine Dupree in any form of interaction.
Thank God.
Hey, how about the LWO versus Legado del Fantasma?
Oh, I'm so happy we ain't got to see that no more with it.
I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm expecting LWO versus Final Testament, like already.
They're on separate.
Nobody wants
okay. Yeah, I was thinking Judgment Day, but I could see that too.
I'll tell you this though, SmackDown, give me Pretty Deadly versus DIY.
Oh God, I'm happy. Oh, also the one thing about the draft I'm not happy about, and I hope it shut everybody up who was sitting there going, "Oh, they need to split up the tag team titles again." You don't have the depth in the tag team. Splitting up the tag team titles was a terrible idea because you don't have the depth in the tag team division that people think you do. You don't have the depth in the tag team division that you think you do. SmackDown is back to 8 teams. SmackDown is back to what? 6, 7 teams over the course of 365 days. Raw is back to 6 or 7 over the course of 365 days. Yeah, you should have kept the tag team titles together. Keep the tag team titles together and let the tag team champions float. Or make it a rule to where if you a tag team, you can appear on any show you want. So we can get more fresh.
They should have done that.
The tag team division is not people keep saying the tag team division is deep. The tag team division is not that deep, folks.
It's not.
They're working on it, but it's not that deep, folks. It's not. Tag team division is not that deep. So splitting the tag team titles was a terrible idea.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna get. I guarantee after this week we're gonna get another match between the Street Profits and the A-Town Down Under. Now, I will say one more thing. I have one more thing to say about this draft. I didn't like the majority of it, but the thing that I liked the most was when they went to the Performance Center when an NXT star was coming up, and the reactions that the NXT wrestlers got, and the reaction by the people that got called up. Like, for example, when they showed Blair Davenport at the Performance Center last night, I thought that was awesome.
I was excited. I was so happy. I've been a huge fan of her when she was Bea Priestley in Stardom, and I'm glad to see that she's on the main roster.
Yeah,
I am too. I'm glad that a lot of the I don't think I did it last week, but I know I'm rated M. I predicted most of the NXT call-ups. I said the names, the ones that I missed out on. I missed out on Metaphor, and I missed out on JC James. Other than that, I said Kiana James, Blair Davenport, Lyra, Dijak. What did I say? I said Blair Davenport, Kiana, Blair Davenport, Dijak. I don't remember who else I said, but I know
that's it. I think that's it.
I know I was pretty spot on with the women, except JC James, who didn't get caught up. By the way,
I was spot on with LA Knight, you hater.
By the way, this is a completely unrelated question. Does G.J. Dolan even still work for World Wrestling Entertainment?
Yes.
They were doing the NXT things last night, and that woman was nowhere to be found. Like that woman was nowhere to be found in the crowd of that. So like
she was with the Dark Horse.
I thought she'd be sitting next to Ariana Grace since they're together on television right now. But
by the way, I know ain't talking about NXT, but if you watch NXT, Ariana Grace is fantastic. That woman is fantastic. She got her comedic. Santino passed down her comedic genius to her. Ariana Grace is fantastic. That woman, I want that woman to get more television time. That woman, when she is on NXT television, she will do shit where she will say something or do something, and the way she does it and say it, and the way that she says something or the way that she does something will make me belly laugh. Ariana Grace is fantastic.
I'll tell you, yeah. I mean, she was on the. I was at Stand and Deliver a couple weeks ago for WrestleMania weekend. She was on the kickoff panel, and it's like every time she talked, she got booed. So it was actually pretty hilarious.
Oh my god!
Ariana Grace is fantastic. Santino Marella passed down his comedic genes to Ariana Grace, because Ariana Grace is fantastic. And that one is great. She ain't there in the ring yet, but comedy. Oh, that one is fantastic.
Man, I'll tell you one thing that is fantastic is that Drew McIntyre has re-signed with WWE.
Yes.
Yes. And I want to share this cool thing, and this source is from Fightful. It says The Rock gave Drew McIntyre a sword with Drew's re-signing, and the letter says, "Man of my word, as you're a man of yours. Congratulations, Drew, on signing your new WWE deal. As we talked about after your WrestleMania match, I knew the Scottish Claymore represents everything that you, your family, and your country embody. I do not want to attempt to pronounce that because I do not want to offend the country. So I will go on to the next paragraph. It states, as you know, I want to personally hand deliver this gift to you at your meeting with Nick Khan, but I had warm cheat meals and chilled tequila waiting for me. Congrats again, brother, and cheers to hunger, passion, climbing that mountain, and always entertaining our fans, the final boss." So I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. I will not have an issue if Drew McIntyre becomes the corporate champion. I will not have an issue with that.
I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. I never thought about that.
I wouldn't hate it either.
Like, hear me out. Can you imagine? Because he'll be like, can you imagine that if The Rock's like, look, Drew, CM Punk has never beaten the final boss. I've beaten him twice. Let me show you the secrets on how to win. So he'll literally like find full ways, sell out, and do everything. I'm fine. Let Drew McIntyre be the corporate champion. I'm all for it.
Could you imagine if The Rock was managing Drew McIntyre? Who has that on their bingo card this year?
No, Joseph, I'll tell you this. If that happens, I'm going to give you a shout out on Twitter X and be like, Joseph deserves Booker of the Year. Like I will personally pay my $12.99, $13.36 after tax to the Wrestling Observer payment thingy-majigger and vote for you as Booker of the Year if The Rock ends up managing Drew McIntyre.
Let's go.
Cameron, what's your thoughts on Drew resigning?
I'm happy he re-signed. I think everybody figured he was re-signing.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody figured he was re-signing. I'm happy he's re-signing. If I'm Drew McIntyre, why leave? If I'm Drew McIntyre, why leave? Why leave? I'm one of the top stars in the company. I got a money feud CM Punk ready. I'm winning the world title in my home country at Clash at the Castle. So why leave? So if I'm Drew McIntyre, why leave? So I'm happy he resigned because Drew McIntyre on television is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's gonna be something. Now I'll tell you what is something too. This Saturday, live from France, we are gonna have not the Olympics, but WWE Backlash. So far, we have 5 matches that have been announced for the card. Everything else will probably added last minute on SmackDown, more than likely. Or honestly, that's Saturday morning before the kickoff show even occurs. So, Backlash, we have... Cameron, sorry. So for Backlash, we have a tag team match. We have Randy Orton and Kevin Owens taking on Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. Joseph, I'm gonna take it over to you. Who do you think is gonna take the victory here?
Oh boy, it better be the Bloodline, because I'll tell you what, I saw the first night where Solo introduced Tama Tonga to the main roster, and I'm like, Solo Sikoa has lost 35 straight matches on television. He better be absolutely dominant, because how am I supposed to take him serious if he is going to have a potential match later on this year with Roman Reigns, which is, I think, the direction this is all going to go in. So, yes, I need to see Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga win against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I just don't need to see them win. I need to see them winning in convincing fashion.
Okay. Cameron, what you got?
I think Solo and Tama Tonga win. I do think we get a Jacob Fatu appearance on this show, but I don't think it happens. It happens later on. But I think it happens later on. But Solo and Tama Tonga are going to get the win here. At least they better get. If Solo and Tama don't, whoever this new tribal chief is, bro, they need to go. They need to boot Solo and Tama out the same way they did Jimmy Uso that night after SmackDown. Well, if they can't win this, go ahead, pack it up.
I think this will be a good match personally. I'll say this though, the match will end, and this is my prediction. Tama Tonga pins Randy Orton.
Oh no, Solo has to get the pin. No.
You think so?
Yeah, dude, he hasn't won in 35 matches.
Solo's gonna get the pin on Owens. That's what's going to happen. Solo's gonna hit the Samoa. Solo's gonna look at his thumb. Like Solo gonna do that stupid ass thing where he looks at his thumb and he just stares at it. And he's gonna drop that shit right into Kevin Owens' throat, and he's gonna pin him 1, 2, 3. That's right. KO's taking the pin.
Yeah, he should pin Kevin Owens, and then they should write Kevin Owens off of television, and then Randy is friends with Kevin Owens on television, so Randy should fight against the Bloodline to get back revenge for what Solo did to Kevin Owens. That's what I think should happen.
Okay. Respect. Moving on. Teddy Long must have been booking this card because we have another tag team match. This is for the WWE
Hold
Women's.
on. I'm sorry, Escobar. I hate to cut you off, but Randy Orton has been back for 4 months now, and I know he had a huge back problem with 18 months. Has he wrestled a singles match yet on pay-per-view since he's gotten back?
No.
I
No,
don't think so.
no,
I was just wondering.
no. I didn't even know that Solo's lost 35 matches.
Oh, dude, I saw it because I know it's a meme on social media. So.
Lose 35 matches, you get promoted.
I know, right?
That's man, that's wonderful as hell, honestly.
Who's running shit at the bloodline?
Too. Who run that shit?
Side note, you know what's one thing I would like to see? I would like for Solo Sikoa, if he's gonna go to Samoan Spike, I want him to have the face paint like Umaga did and everything.
Oh,
I think that'd be pretty cool. Instead of doing the black face paint, have it do like a dark crimson red and everything like that. Ooh, I think that'd be kind of fire, low key. So we got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill going up against Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors, for the women's tag team champions. Side note: why are the women's tag team champions still active? Why are they still active? I mean,
Oh, no. The most useless titles in WWE. I can't call them the most titles in wrestling when the AEW 6-man tag team title, when the AEW trios titles exist. So they're not the most useless championships in wrestling. I would give it to that. But in WWE, this is the most useless championship here. This get rid of the women's tag team titles and bring up a women's mid-card title. Don't call it the women's.
For real.
Bring up the women's mid-card title, please.
You know, if NXT did that, why can't the main roster?
I said I would like to know.
you know what? This is just me. Why don't we have a television championship? Make a women's television championship. You want more women's wrestling? Give us a women's television championship.
Yeah, that title would be perfect for somebody like Naomi, honestly.
Oh yes. Oh yes. So I think Bianca Belair and Jade will lose this match, and I believe we will get a Jade Cargill heel turn.
Whoa.
I got Bianca and Jade on it.
Really?
Jade and Bianca coming in. Jade and Bianca coming in. They are gonna build this as the. They gonna build this as the two female superheroes teaming up. And Bianca and Jade are gonna get around with the tag team titles. So Jade and Bianca are on this.
Okay, but I see it. But before we get to Joseph, it's like I don't see Jay nor Bianca working as a tag team. Like, I mean, only because their presence and their premise that they give off is like solo acts. So I see it as like if it ends up going, it might be two egos colliding with one another.
Here's the thing, though. It's too early to turn Jade Cargill on Bianca Belair. So I honestly agree with Cam on this.
Okay.
I think that Bianca and Jade are going to win the tag team championships. There are no credible tag teams in the WWE in the women's division. Absolutely none. So what are they gonna have Bianca and Jade floating back to Raw and SmackDown? Because if that's the case, then they're just gonna lose the titles right back to the Kabuki Warriors because I think it's too early for have Jade turn on Bianca because I think this is a match that happens at SummerSlam, and it would be way too early to turn Jade.
Well, yeah, I forgot we do need to have the good old Piper Niven and Chelsea Green tag team match for Jade and Bianca. What up, Cam?
Shut up. No, we don't. Shut up. No, we don't. But also, I think it's the other way. I think Bianca is the one to turn on Jade.
Oh, okay.
I think Bianca is the one to go heel, not Jade. I don't want to see it happen. But I think Bianca Belair could use a heel turn, so I can see Bianca. I can see that being the other way around.
Possibly. Now, moving on to the next match, I personally believe this will be match of the night. This is just me. And this is a triple threat match for the WWE Women's Championship. We got Tiffany Stratton, Naomi going up against Bayley. Joseph, what's your predictions for this one?
Oh man, I would really like to see Tiffany Stratton as the women's champion, but it's too early. I think
I know.
it's way too early. She just got up to the main roster. Bailey just won the championship. Um, Unfortunately, she got attacked by Nia Jax last week. So they're probably going to feud her against Nia Jax for a little bit, probably going into the next pay-per-view. And, you know, I think this match protects Tiffany Stratton. I think Naomi takes the pin, and it's like 2 months away. But I think Tiffany Stratton's your early favorite to win Money in the Bank this year. I
Oh, I
think
agree.
I
I
think that
agree.
briefcase would look perfect on her.
I can just imagine. I had a Tiffany epiphany. You know what? Why don't we have Money in the Bank? Because you know what? It's time. Because it's Tiffy time. Like, yes.
Bro, but Tiffany Stratton with that briefcase, bro, with her character so good, bro.
She needs to put makeup in the briefcase. Like, have her be like, hold on. She opens up the briefcase and like does like her makeup and shit, trying to get ready.
Bro, I can see Tiffany Stratton. Bro, I can see Tiffany Stratton in the back with the champion. Tiffany's like, I just had a Tiffany epiphany. I just had a Tiffany epiphany. And then like she says somewhere like that briefcase. Tiffany Stratton's fantastic. But nah, Bayley's going to win this match here. Bayley is on. Bayley's retaining the SmackDown championship here. I think Tiffany's going to get that belt eventually, but it's not going to be right now.
Yeah, I feel bad. Naomi's just there to take the pin. Like at this point, like. But I'll tell you this though, when we get that Bayley and Tiffany Stratton match down the line, that torch pass, oh, that's going to be good for some women's wrestling, and I look forward to it.
It's not going to be a match. It's going to be a cash in. It'll be a cash in.
I really hope not.
Cameron, it is Cameron.
I said it before. I'm so over the surprise Money in the Bank cash in shit. I think it would do Tiffany Stratton so much better if Tiffany went like. I just think if Tiffany cashed it in straight up on Bayley and just beat her clean in the middle. But
what's wrong with the surprise cash in? Didn't you see how great it turned out with Damian Priest at WrestleMania?
I thought how it turned out. To me, I'm just so over it. To me, I'm just so over the surprise Money in the Bank cash and shit. Like I'm just so over it. I would much rather just have the person win the Money in the Bank. I would just rather just have the person win the title and just a straight up clean match. Also to me, I think it devalues the championship if like you won it at like a bullshit way. Like, oh my god, I'm the champion now. But I'm the champion now. But I had to, in order for me to become champion, I had to beat somebody who just wrestled a grueling 20-minute match. Or, who got their ass kicked and I just came in and picked up the scraps. I would much rather have a straight up singles match. That be it. But that's just
so. Did it devalue the women's championship when Io Sky cashed in last year?
It didn't, but I would have preferred if Io did the same thing. That's just me.
Okay, I got one for you. What about when Super Cena said "fuck you" to the Spear at New Year's Revolution 2006, then had to take another one to finally lose after doing an Elimination Chamber match?
I don't think it devalued the WWE Championship because Edge is fantastic in that role. But I'm just so over the surprise Money. That's just me. I'm so over the surprise Money in the Bank cash.
This is my opinion. I know everyone's like talk about like how the heist of the century is the greatest cash in. In my opinion, the greatest cash in has to be Rob Van Dam at ECW One Night Stand 2006 because when he announced on Raw, he goes, "Oh, I'm cashing in, but I'm letting you know we're going to do this on my home turf, on my rules and stuff like that." And to have toilet paper thrown at John Cena, it was funny as hell. Like, how my dude made it out alive. How my dude made it out of the Hammerstein Ballroom alive is beyond me. Like, I mean, he handled it so well, by the way. I mean, like, he handled it so well. Mm-hmm. Next, we have Damian Priest versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship. I will be honest with y'all, I am really not feeling this match.
No.
I'm really not feeling this match. I think Damian's going to win like a chicken shit heel, and we call it a day.
I cannot buy Damian. I'm sorry. I know it's only been a couple months. We got to give it time. I cannot buy Damian. I do not buy Damian Priest as the world champion. Hopefully it's different in the next few months, but I do not buy Damian Priest as world champion. I just don't. But Jey Uso ain't got a chance in hell. Damian Priest is going to win the World Heavyweight Championship here because I think this is where we see Jacob Fatu. I think Jacob Fatu comes in, and on order of the new tribal chief, Rocky, because I guess the new tribal chief is going to be revealed to be The Rock. Just wait. But
I know.
Revealed to be The Rock. But
Dwayne is the tribal chief.
But from order of the new tribal chief, Jacob Fatu is going to come out and he's going to fuck over Jay Uso.
Okay.
I was going to Damien to win, and then afterwards, Jacob Fatu is going to beat the piss out of Jey Uso, or the entire bloodline is as a whole. But that's how Damian Priest is retaining. Jacob Fatu is going to fuck over Jey Uso.
Okay. I see that. I think that happens at the next pay-per-view. So I think that happens at King of the Ring. I do think that Damian Priest is going to win, but I'm looking at this new Raw roster. Seth Rollins is hurt. Braun Breaker shouldn't be challenging for the World Championship right now. Neither should Ilya Dragunov. I guess maybe Ricochet could. I think Sheamus is going to wrestle Drew McIntyre in the future. Drew McIntyre's in the King of the Ring tournament. So is Gunther. Braun Strowman just came back. Bronson Reed's a heel. So I really don't think they have challengers lined up for Damian Priest besides Jey Uso. And the past couple weeks, Damian Priest has been telling the Judgment Day, he's been telling JD and Finn Balor and Dom, like, hey, I'm the world heavyweight champion. I don't need you. You guys need me.
That I like personally. That separates him.
I like that too. I like that too, Escobar. But they're gonna help Priest win this match, and Priest is not gonna like that, and that's how Jey Uso gets his rematch at the next pay-per-view. I think this gets dragged out.
I can see that. I can see that. Also, with Damian Priest doing the whole thing where I don't need Judgment Day needs me. This is going to be the fuel that's going to have Finn Balor kick the shit out of him.
I'm waiting for that. Clash at the Castle, we getting Finn versus Damian Priest.
No, we not. Stop it.
No.
Yes, we are.
No,
we're going to get that long-term booking, and then Drew McIntyre is going to insert himself in and make it a triple threat match, and Drew's going to walk away at it all.
No.
It's going to be Drew and Damian clash at the castle, and Drew's going to walk in, kick Damian's head off, and he's going to be a world champion.
We'll probably get we'll probably get Finn and Damian at King of the Ring. Side note, did y'all know that literally King of the Ring is like 3 weeks after Backlash?
I know. It's crazy because all these pay-per-views are lining up with each other. Like,
can you just remember when WWE used to do like a pay-per-view every 2 weeks on the WWE Network?
That was when we had Raw and SmackDown exclusives, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Backlash, King of the Ring, and Clash of the Castle are like 6 weeks apart of each other. That's crazy.
And then you also, if you want to throw in on June 9th, you also got NXT Battleground as well.
That's true. Yes. But yes, I think that we see Jey Uso against Damian at King of the Ring. And I think that Balor and Priest is too big of a match to be happening not at SummerSlam. I feel like that's a SummerSlam match, in my opinion.
I will say this, though. It would be pretty cool if Finn could bring back the Demon just one time to take on Damian Priest. Just to be like, we don't need this. Well, let me show you what I've been hiding this whole time. Boom.
Man, I feel like the Demon's lost all credibility after WrestleMania 39.
Exactly. What? Sorry. I feel some type of way about that. I really do.
Do you have anything else to say about the match, Cam?
No.
Okay.
Now, next match, this will be a very good popcorn entertainment match. We got Cody Rhodes versus AJ Styles, and I believe this is actually their first time ever competing against one another, to my knowledge. Do you know, Cam?
I think it is. That's nice. I think it is. That's nice. Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles. That's nice. I'm gonna be quick with this. Cody Rhodes is retaining.
Yeah, yes. Cody Rhodes is retaining. But I'll tell you this, though. AJ is going to do a wonderful job of making Cody look good as a champion.
Yes.
I don't know why everybody gives AJ slander, thinking that he's old and he's washed up. I still think AJ still got a few years left in him. Like AJ is very talented. I mean,
Yeah.
he is very, very talented.
I think the match is going to be great. I'm excited for the match. Cody Rhodes is going to win. Cody Rhodes should win clean, and Cody Rhodes should move on to his next challenger.
So who is the next challenger for Cody Rhodes?
Again, I think it's Cody and AJ again. I think they drag this out. I think it's Cody and AJ again. I think Cody and AJ again. They drag it out, and then after AJ, well, that SmackDown roster really don't have anybody like.
No, I'm looking at
I know that's what I'm saying. Who are we gonna get?
Here's my thing.
Omos.
If
he
didn't even get drafted.
Omos. Hey, remember, nothing is full and effective till after Backlash.
Oh God, come on! Don't pull that bingo card out.
That's what they said, Joseph.
Don't listen to them.
There's a reason why they said it. There's a reason why they said it.
Here's the thing. I think they can extend both world championship feuds going into the next pay-per-view. And I think they extend Jey Uso and Damian Priest. Looking at the SmackDown roster, I have no idea who they're going to throw in front of Cody Rhodes. Are they going to put him up against Baron Corbin? Are they going to put him up against Bobby Lashley? Are they going to put him up against Shinsuke Nakamura? Like, they don't have much.
I would not mind Baron Corbin because Corbin's actually done better for himself.
I could see Lashley getting a shot, and then I could see them doing either Randy Orton or Kevin Owens. I could see that happening.
Orton's not till SummerSlam. I see an Orton one coming, though. An Orton one will be good.
Orton's not going to be at SummerSlam. That's for Dwayne.
Already?
Yeah,
I'm saving Dwayne for Survivor Series.
No, Dwayne's at SummerSlam.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. It all depends about his schedule. That's the main thing at the end of the day.
All right. Now, we have talked about all the wonderful things. So, last week we had Joseph literally get exploded by Cam and his knowledge because Cam's favorite Royal Rumble is the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. Not the
Really, Cam?
Not the 1992 Royal Rumble. Wait, the 92 one's your favorite, isn't it?
It's actually 2018.
Oh, 18? Oh, my bad. I feel so horrible now. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. 2018 was an awesome. That was the year Nakamura won, right?
Yes. You also had like that cool thing between like you had like the old school versus the new school wrestlers.
Oh yeah. I was at that Royal Rumble. That was awesome.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
Yeah.
All right. So I have come up with 6 questions on Backlash trivia.
Holy shit.
So, are you guys ready?
Let's do it. I might flop on this thing, but let's.
Oh, it's fine. This is just entertaining. So, question number 1. What city and state in the United States of America has hosted the most Backlash events?
I'm going to go Chicago.
Okay.
Is it Rhode Island?
Okay, yep. Rhode Island is correct. What city?
Providence?
Yep. Providence, Rhode Island is correct in 1999, 2009, and 2022.
Unbelievable. I know Chicago hosted one in 2017. I thought they would have hosted more.
Oh, no.
Backlash 2009, by the way, is one of the best WWE pay-per-views ever. If you have not seen Backlash 2009,
that's a great show.
Go on Peacock and you need to watch.
Honestly, Backlash, aside from 2018, Backlash has definitely put on good shows, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next question. This wrestler has been on the poster for Backlash 4 times. Ooh. Along with being on the poster 4 times, has also main evented the time he has been on the poster. Who is it?
Oh, hold on. I'm gonna guess. I don't want to say Randy Orton. I'm gonna say Edge.
Okay, Cameron.
Edge is. I was gonna. You said he's main evented every time he's been on the poster, right?
Main evented every time he's been on the poster.
Okay, then I can't say Edge because he didn't main event Backlash.
Oh, can I change my answer?
Okay.
I'm gonna say Triple H.
Okay. Yep, that is correct.
Yes!
Thank you. Good job, y'all, on brushing up on your Triple H knowledge. Yes. Triple H has been on the poster for Backlash 2001, where he was with Steve Austin taking on the Brothers of Destruction. Backlash 2002, where he took on Hulk Hogan.
We titled Hollywood Hogan.
I don't want to talk about that. Then we got Backlash 2005 against Batista, and then we got Backlash 2006 in the amazing triple threat match with John Cena and Edge.
I did watch that match.
Great. Oh, did you watch it last week after we got done and everything?
I watched it on Saturday night. I thought that was an awesome match.
Was you on the poster for 09?
No. That's why I said only 01, 02, 05, and 06.
Okay.
09, I believe Orton was on the poster. Orton or Edge. I need to look back at it soon.
What
Question
year?
number
09?
09 was
09 is Randy Orton.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Oh. That dog does not like Randy Orton, I assume. But all right. Question number 3. How many non-title matches have main evented Backlash?
How many non-title matches in Backlash?
I'm going to say, hold on, 4.
Okay.
I'm going off the top of my head. Goldberg, Rock, Cody and Brock from last year, Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns, and I can't think of the other one. I got Edge and Randy Orton, greatest wrestling match ever.
Okay.
He said 5. I'm gonna go with 6. I'm gonna go with 6.
I said 4.
Oh, all right. He said 4. I'm gonna go with 5. Backlash 2020. Backlash 2022, because that wasn't a title match. Backlash 2023. Backlash 03 was Goldberg Rock. And then, damn, I don't remember the other one. Oh, and then 18 with John Robinson 5.
Cameron is correct. It is 5. Joseph, good job on your knowledge and stuff like that. Y'all thinking. That's how I knew I made this trivia scene good. I knew
Time out. What was the other match? I said Goldberg, Rock, Samoa Joe.
You forgot 2022. Drew McIntyre and RK Bro versus the Bloodline.
I mean, who would remember that? Come on. Who's gonna remember that?
Hey, to be fair, that Backlash pay-per-view was that was a pretty good show for them. But that match in particular was insane. Right, that match was a great match. Randy Orton in particular was on another one in that. Randy Orton, I don't know what it was, but that crowd loved him some Randy Orton that night.
I remember Seth and Cody from that show. That's what I remember the most.
That was also a good one.
Honestly, that match was better than their WrestleMania match, if I'm honest with you.
9 times out of 10, this is just my opinion, the Backlash match is sometimes always better than the WrestleMania main event that year.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's see. Well, I know the dog may not agree with that, but I mean, I'm just like prime example. WrestleMania 21, Triple H and Batista, that match was long as fuck. I'm sorry. That match was long as fuck. Backlash made it simple and sweet, and then they topped it off with the Hell in a Cell match. I mean, just as that. Now, this next question, remember, pay attention to what I say right here. How many times has the WWF/WWE Championship main evented Backlash? I'm not talking about the big gold belt, and I'm not talking about the Universal Championship. The WWE/WWF Champion/WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay. From the matches I have listed off, I know there's probably way more. But I have, on this sheet of paper, I have 4 matches.
4 times that the WWF Championship has main evented. WWF/WWE Championship has main evented Backlash?
Yes.
Okay. Cameron is brainstorming. Okay. Cameron's actually got himself on mute trying to figure out this.
He's locked in.
I got my answer.
All right, what you got, Cam?
7, 99, 2000, 2002, 2006, 2007, 2008.
No way.
2017.
Oh, I forgot about that.
2016. So I'm gonna change it from 7 to 8. 8.
There's actually a loophole. It's actually 9.
Ooh.
Oh,
because in Backlash 2001, Stone Cold Steve Austin was the WWF champion heading into.
I forgot they did that stupid ass stipulation where if I think it was if Randy Orton pinned Triple. They did something stupid. They did something stupid on that show. And it was either if Randy Orton pinned Triple H or if Randy Orton pinned anybody in the match, Randy Orton will win the WWE title. They did something stupid. I think Randy Orton ended up pinning.
I know what you're talking about. It was Randy Orton.
He pinned Triple H and he walked out of Backlash, the WWE champion that year.
It was Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase versus Triple H, Shane McMahon, and Batista. That was the match.
And the other loophole, y'all also forgot Backlash 2001 when Steve Austin was the WWF champion.
That's right, it was one to take off. I forgot it was one to take off.
So that was pretty good. I do remember that part where freaking Orton. That was a stupid stipulation. No, so what was worse, that one or the WrestleMania 25 match where if Triple H pretty much lost his shit, like
the 25 one was pretty fucking stupid. That should have been a. The feud that they had, which I will maintain. The feud in 2009. If you go back and watch it, that shit is overrated as hell. I will stick by it. I will stick by it to this day. I will stick by it to this day. But we can talk about that another day. But with the feud that they had,
that should have been Hell in a Cell.
That should have been no holds barred. Triple H can beat the shit out of Randy Orton anywhere in the stadium, but instead they had that dumbass stipulation where if Triple H got himself where Triple H got DQ, Randy Orton will win the WWE Championship, and Randy Orton lost, and Triple H won the WWE, and Triple H retained the WWE title.
That's right, because then they have a fucking long ass ref bump. Yeah, they had a long ass ref bump because then Triple H did the punt kick, used the sledgehammer, then won the match.
I remember this from 2K14, by the way. I remember that showcase.
Yeah.
14 showcase. I was mad as hell about that. I was like, why is this song here? But not Shawn Michaels and Undertaker.
Yeah, it was on there. It was on there, I think.
Not from 25, from 26, not 25.
Wow. Oh my God, you're right. Oh, well then.
All right, what's next?
All right. Next one. Question number 5. How many times has the big gold belt main evented Backlash?
Okay.
Talking about the World Heavyweight Championship.
Three.
Okay. So Joseph is locked in 3. Cameron?
I'm locking.
Probably lost.
I'm locking 2. 2004 and 2005.
All right. Well, the correct answer is actually 3. Cameron, you forgot Backlash 2009, John Cena versus Edge in a last man standing match.
That year.
That was the main event, bro.
That was the main event.
Yes, it was.
Tag was the main event. That's where I was.
But no, that also a good one. But side note, Backlash 2004, good ass show. Orton versus Foley. Freaking Orton takes a tack bump and just trunks like a Chad.
That match is tremendous. And the 3-way rematch on that show with shit. With Benoit, Triple H, and Michael.
HBK.
That is unbelievable, bro.
I might have to rewatch that one because that was a good one too.
That is a fantastic match. It's not better than the WrestleMania match, but it's neck and neck. I'm telling you right now. That shit
it was. No, for Benoit to have the home field advantage too with it being in Edmonton. Oh, it was great. All right, and your last question and final
Triple
one.
H won that match, right?
No, Benoit won by submitting Shawn Michaels.
Okay, I have to go watch that.
You have to. It's really good. Freaking. It sucks that Benoit ended up having a horrible reign later on, honestly, but it ended up paying off with Randy Orton. Last one for Backlash. True or false? Backlash has never had a show on the West Coast. Keep in mind the West Coast states include California, Oregon, Washington State, sometimes Alaska, and Hawaii.
I'm going to go false because I feel like California has had one.
I'm going with true. Based off recent memory.
So believe it or not, Backlash has never had a show on the West Coast. So Backlash has been in Providence, Rhode Island, Washington, D.C., Chicago/Rosemont, Illinois, Kansas City, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Kentucky, Georgia, Maryland, Virginia, New Jersey, Florida, Puerto Rico, and now France.
Question,
I know it was in New Jersey because the Prudential Center is about an hour and a half away from where I live. I was thinking about going to that Backlash show, and thank God I didn't.
Oh my God, yeah, that was a god-awful show.
What are you going to say, Cam?
Where was Backlash 2000 at?
Backlash 2000.
Okay, I thought it was Madison Square Garden. I do not remember.
Backlash 2000 was in the MCI Center of Washington, D.C.
Okay. Oh, by the way, speaking of Backlash 2000, if y'all have not seen Backlash 2000, y'all need to watch Backlash 2000. Backlash 2000, I know I've said it a bunch here, but Backlash 2000 is legitimately, that might be a top 5, top 10 WWE pay-per-view of all time. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, Backlash 2000 was like that. Triple H and the Backlash 2000 was like that. Jericho, I think it was Jericho Angle or Jericho Benoit. Oh, okay, I know what it was. It was Jericho Benoit. Jericho Benoit was great. Dean Malenko and Scotty 2 Hotty had a fucking awesome match on that show for the WWE
Light Heavyweight Championship.
The Light Heavyweight Championship.
That did not have to go hard, by the way.
And then the main event. Backlash 2000 is what WrestleMania 2000 should have been. That's what WrestleMania 2000 should have been. Bro, that main event between Triple H and The Rock is fantastic. And this might legitimately be the biggest.
You can tell if you were to go back and watch the WrestleMania 40 main event and then you watch the Backlash 2000 main event, you could tell how some of it was kind of like intertwined.
Yes, bro. Oh my God, bro. The Steve Austin pop where Austin comes out and he just nails everybody with chair shots and stunners. That might be the loudest ovation in WWE history. That might be the loudest crowd.
Even when he helped out Mankind win the WWF Championship, because that was loud too, bro.
That might be top 3 crowd pop. I'm telling y'all right now. When the corporate, bro, I'm telling y'all right now. I'm telling y'all right now. God, the corporation, God, the McMahon Helms regime, they're in there beating the piss out of everybody. They're beating the hell out of Rock. That music hit for Stone Cold. The place went nuts. And JR on commentary, I was like, Austin's here. Austin, what a chair shot to Patterson. Barisco. And then Austin gets in the ring. I think he hit Shane with a chair too. Like, Shane's down. And then he goes in there, and then he hits Vince with a stunner. And I think he hit Triple H with a stunner.
He did.
That place went nuts. That place went batshit insane, bro. If you have not seen Backlash 2000, you need to watch Backlash 2000.
Backlash 2006 is also good in my opinion. Well, some of the matches is good. Freaking RVD and Shelton Benjamin for the Money in the Bank and the Intercontinental Championship was good.
That's where they are.
You also had Carlito and Chris Masters was freaking good as hell, by the way.
Mhm.
And that triple threat match between Cena, Edge, and Hunter, oh my god, that just so good.
That was the 2006 match. That was awesome. I watched that this week. We talked about the Fatal 4-Way from last week too. I got to go back and watch that.
Bruh,
which one? The 2007 one or the 2008 one?
2007, I think it was.
Joseph, bro, you need to watch that match. That finish is that finish. I know I praised it last year. I'm praising it. That finish is one of the best they've ever done, bro. They are in the ring just going nuts. I think, but they're in the ring going nuts. I think Edge speared. I think Edge speared Orton. I think Orton went for the RKO on Cena, but Cena counter, and I think Edge accidentally speared him. Edge went for the spear on Cena, but Cena got Edge up. He hits the AA, but Cena counters. He hits the AA on Edge, and then Shawn Michaels comes in and he super kicks. He delivers sweet chin music to John Cena, and the way John Cena falls perfectly on Randy Orton, he falls perfectly on Randy Orton, and the referee's like, fuck it. He counts the 1, 2, 3. And before Shawn Michaels realizes what's going on, but it's too late to break it up. And John Cena doesn't even realize he's the WWE champion anymore. He's still WWE champion. John Cena's like, what? Bro, that finishes immaculate. Bro.
I think I'm literally about to watch all the Backlash main events after this, honestly, because I'm like looking back at all of this, like freaking Steve Austin versus The Rock in a no-holds-barred match with Shane McMahon as a special guest referee.
I remember that from the 2K16 showcase. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You had Rock. That was a lot of fun. You had Rock take the camera. You had Rock talking shit.
Yeah.
Rock take the camera. Rock said, look at this. Look at this jabroni. Look at this. Look at this jabroni over here. Look at this on pay-per-view. The Rock on pay-per-view is whooping Stone Cold's ass. Look at this jabroni right here. And then once Rock realizes.
And Austin's like, he's like.
And then you get the picture, and then you get the image of while Rock's holding the camera up, Stone Cold. He flips the camera off and he delivers the stunner to Rock right there on the announce table. That was funny as hell. That was perfectly done. Oh my god.
I'll say this honestly, I actually enjoyed Edge versus Randy Orton from the greatest wrestling match ever. Honestly, yes. I got WWE All Stars vibes from it. Honestly, like that's the vibe I got from it. And
I don't know if I would go back and watch the match just because of it was in the Performance Center. But yes, that match was great. Charles Robinson in the old school ref outfit too.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Then let's see, and
are you gonna have a Backlash marathon on Peacock?
That's right. Backlash has been.
Backlash puts on some pretty good fucking shows, honestly. Like,
yeah.
Honestly,
it's crazy because talking about the matches coming up this week and then talking about old Backlash matches is getting me way more excited for Backlash on Saturday than I
exactly. Same here. Like talking with you guys about this. Like I said, this is what makes wrestling great. Freaking, like.
I think Backlash is gonna end up being a pretty good show. Because Backlash last year's show had no.
Yo, the street fight did not have to go so hard in my. Like,
that was strictly because of the crowd. Like that crowd came out that night. That was strictly because of that crowd. Oh my god! And then the Bad Bunny Damien pre-street. That might be the best entrance I've ever seen. That's entrance I've ever seen. Bad Bunny came out. You have the whole place. You have the whole place singing his shit. The pyro goes off and stuff. Oh my god!
The drone camera too was insane.
I'm just saying. They had a wrestling show at a Bad Bunny concert. That's pretty much all they did. It was a wrestling show at a Bad Bunny concert.
Right. That France crowd has some big shoes to fill.
No, I'll tell you this. Like, I always do love it when WWE does go overseas because while seeing how they are across the states, how pretty much everyone's kind of like the same and the iffy on it, but oh my god, like when they're across the freaking country, it's gorgeous. Like I mean, especially like with Money in the Bank when they were in London and freaking LA Knight's entrance came up and the crowd just losing their shit over LA Knight making his entrance. Like,
Yes.
LA Knight got a bigger reaction in London than Pete Dunne. I don't think
I know.
LA
So
Knight got a huge reaction on SmackDown too. I felt like he got a bigger reaction on SmackDown than he did at Money in the Bank. And by the way, as of right now, this you guys are going to be seeing this on Thursday. We're recording this podcast on Tuesday. As of Tuesday, the arena where Backlash is going to be held has sold close to 13,000 tickets. So be 13,000 people in France at the Backlash show on
that's
Saturday.
a little bit. That's a little bit more than the United Center. So that's pretty cool.
Speaking of fans in attendance, I gotta say this. Shout out to Hang 'em High. He gonna be there in the crowd. If you don't know who Hang 'em High is on Twitter, he's the guy that does all the memes of like the wrestlers dapping up. Or, like he's the guy that does like the memes of, like when somebody gets punched in the face, the sonic rings fly everywhere. He will be
Yes.
Hey, Hang 'em High was great.
What's his ad?
I think it's at Hang 'em High. I think it's at _ Hang 'em High. But that account is fantastic.
Another thing I want to give a special shout out to, it's a channel I recently just discovered. There's a guy by the name of Marv the Movie Monster. Tooneytown Wrestling is like an amazing comedy / news pro wrestling skit. Y'all need to check them out. They are hilarious as hell. Like it's in the form of the Muppets. So what they do is that Marv, he has these other two puppets. He has Toonie Khan and Trip. And of course making fun of Triple H and Tony Khan, but he literally will talk about how, okay, you've done this, but what about this? And it's funny as hell. Like I mean, so the song like I Died in Your Arms Tonight, he did a song parody of Toonie Khan singing I Feared for My Life when they had the CM Punk situation. I will definitely, once again, if I do for a future reference, if we can get Marv on this or Rated M, Tooneytown Wrestling, y'all need to check it out right now. It's amazing.
Talk to Mo will get it done. Talk to Mo will get it done. I promise you.
Oh, I know. I've been talking to Mo about it. I have.
I gotta look the channel up, honestly.
I will look at. I will send you the videos in our chat. But
Thank you.
ladies and gentlemen, this has been Chopping It Up episode 2. We have discussed Backlash. I hope y'all enjoy the show. Tune in Saturday for the Rated M Wrestling Podcast. We will be doing a Backlash watch party.
Woo!
So stay tuned for that. That's going to be amazing.
I'm not waking up that damn early for it. Shit.
I am. It's going to be 1 o'clock on the East Coast, and it's on a Saturday. Sign me up.
I might be at work. I don't know. We'll see.
It'd be like that. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I'd like to thank Joseph Conlon for letting me host tonight's episode. I look forward for when Cameron will be hosting episode 3. It's going to be special. Once again, guys, you can find me on Twitter, X at Escobar2K1, and you can definitely see where they have given me my wrestling name. I am now, for the Premier Wrestling Federation, I am now EQ Morales, the man who has the emotional intelligence inside and outside of the squared circle. And be sure to tune in for more. And we just had a show, and we actually have a new PWF Undisputed Champion, so be on the tune for that. Joseph, where can we find you at, my man?
Thank you. The audience should know where to find me. Conlon_Joseph on Twitter. I'm pretty sure, I'm thinking about it, Saturday. I'll probably be doing a post-show review right here on the Big Fight Fuel channel. And I'm sure, totally up to Cam, we might be talking about a little bit about Backlash again next week. But be sure to follow me on Twitter, Conlon_Joseph. Cam, send us home, my friend.
Send it home.
Follow me on Twitter at Cam71101. Also, make sure you check out the Rated M podcast available. So you make sure you check out the Rated M podcast available every Thursday. And on top of that, check out bodyslam.net's YouTube channel and watch Burt Macklin on the TNA Impact reviews. And I'm not just plugging this channel because he's paying me to do it. Burt's great. I'm kidding.
Burt is great. Burt is great.
Burt.
We love Burt.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Escobar, you were a wonderful host.
Much appreciated.
I can't wait for Cameron to be the host next week. And we will see you all on episode 3 of Chopping It Up right here on the Big Five Field channel. Have a good night. Stay safe. And as always, stay classy. And always love wrestling. We're out. Peace.